Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Kelvin. Welcome to another session of the Wave Web series. It's a series designed to help young people stay employable, particularly during this period. It's a 6-week series comprising 12 sessions, from future of work to leveraging digital marketing to thriving with emotional intelligence. Today we'll be discussing sales funnel marketing. Hi, Awele.
Hi, Kelvin. Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us. We've been struggling with network, but hopefully we get past it this session. So context around the session. The session is designed to help. Many of us have, moved our activities online, and we thought, how best can we help young people develop skills? People who want to go into freelancing, people who want to go into digital marketing. How do we help them build skills in these various aspects of digital presence? And sales funnel marketing was one of the sessions we thought to organize. Hence the session. Yes, awesome. Thank you. So the first question is, what is sales funnel, or what is sales funnel marketing?
Okay, yeah, great question. So I'll first start with the basics of how people normally go about it. So a funnel is basically like, it's just a word to describe the journey people go through to buying your product or services. It's just the customer journey. That's what a sales funnel is, right? But so everybody has a sales funnel one way or another. If you're selling something, you have a funnel. The difference is the art of building sales funnels is deliberately coming up with a structure that improves conversion. Okay. So as opposed to just saying maybe come and buy, funnels on the other hand it's more like inbound marketing. So instead of outbound telling people come and buy, you are creating content to educate people and helping them, engaging them, and helping them make informed decisions. Yeah.
Right. So the difference between a sales funnel and it helps you create a customer journey. You said it helps with customer journey.
Yes.
Right. So as opposed to just saying, "Oh, come on, buy my product. Come on, purchase from me." You are more deliberate about. A sales funnel helps you become more deliberate about the purchase. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Who needs a sales funnel, and why do we need a sales funnel?
Oh, okay, great question. So everyone needs a sales funnel, whether you're a business or you're a personal brand, right? Everybody needs a sales funnel, right? And like I said before, everybody has a funnel one way or another. They just aren't deliberate about it, right? So we all need a sales funnel in order to improve your conversions, because the idea of a funnel, like the analogy of a funnel, right? It's wide at the top and then it's narrow towards the base,
the bottom.
right? So yeah. So what you want to do is create that structure that's going to guide people from the top of the funnel. Is basically awareness, right? So creating that structure that's going to guide people from just getting to know about you and then educating them, creating interest, desire, and then getting them to buy. So that's like the way proper sales funnel structure. Unlike the other way, which is just random, right? It's selling, just randomly pushing content without strategy. So it can work, but it's not going to be consistent. It's not going to be efficient. So having a sales funnel is really going to help you. So I'm going to just break it down to to give you an example. Okay. So
Yes.
a typical funnel so let's say Wave is, for example, right?
Yes.
Right. So instead of, maybe you guys have a training, let's say you have a training that's probably worth maybe you have a training that's worth like 50K. So instead of just putting out an ad and say come and buy, you probably create content around. yeah, instead of saying come and apply, you create content around, okay, so who's the target audience? What problems are they solving? And then you create mini solutions. You're not going to give them everything at first, but you create those mini solutions and in form of content, give it to people. It could be on social media, it could be on email, it could be, yeah, through like a free ebook, and then give them and get their contact information, and from there you continue to nurture them, give them more information about what your product or service is about. So by the time you engage with them, they are educated about what the problem they're facing is and the solution that you're offering, right? So by then they know you, like you, and trust you. So when you're selling to them, it's going to be very, very easy because it's almost going to be a no-brainer, right? So that's what the sales funnel can help you do. And when you do it that way, your conversion it's going to be much higher than just spending money on getting people to buy at first, right?
So Wave teaches young people, hardworking young people, skills, can get a job and start a career for themselves. Every month we run batches where we train these young people, right? Before
Yeah.
I before I run a campaign, so no, should I apply sales funnel before every campaign? Is what I'm asking.
Oh,
Before I
okay,
start
okay.
any
Yeah,
campaign,
so
should I have a sales funnel?
okay, great. So yeah, you should have a funnel planned out before you start your campaign. So how you intend to carry people along from when they just get to know about your training program to how they plan to buy it, right? So once your sales funnel is planned out, you're also going to have things you put in place to get people to move to the next stage, right? So from awareness, how do they move to the next stage up until where they buy from you? So you should have that
Yeah.
out from the start, right? And there are different kind of funnels. You can have different funnels for different goals, right? So it's not like it's like one technical thing you just have on right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah. So basically, even this IG live we are doing right now, it's part of like a funnel for you and
Activities
me.
that make up
So
a sales funnel.
yeah, it's part of one. Yeah. So for example, but this is why I talked about having a conversion when you have a sales funnel built out right now, right? So
Yes. Yes.
if Wave, for example, has a lead form on their website, right? After we've
Yes.
created awareness from this webinar and someone goes to that website, right? They
Yes.
can,
Yes.
fill in the lead form to get more information about Wave, and from there you can engage them and they can get to buy, or you can get to do business with them, right? But
Yes.
if that wasn't planned out, someone just comes to that website, they're just going to go off and nothing's going to happen.
Yes.
So that's the advantage of planning your funnel upfront before.
Front.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. In between, or for instance, no, in between, are there any gaps in a sales funnel, and how can one manage those loopholes or those gaps?
Okay, so I think one of the biggest gaps is moving people to the point of purchase, because most people, they know how to create awareness, like they're on social media, they are putting posts, but nobody's buying, right? So I guess
Yes.
that would be the biggest gap, right? So moving people from like I said, there's awareness, there's interest, desire,
Interest,
yeah,
consideration.
yeah. So I think so most people they create awareness or interest in people, but desire and then action, getting people to buy, that's where most people find it. Most people struggle, right?
Why do you
So
think that
like
that's the case?
everybody's okay. So part of the reason can be that people have alternatives, first of all, right? People have alternatives. So
Yes.
even when you are creating awareness, you're not the only business or solution provider that they're interacting with. And everybody that has a problem will always find a solution, right? The only difference is
Yes.
that each time they find that solution, they are just not picking you.
Mm.
So you are not standing out enough, or you're not differentiating yourself, or you are not showing enough value for them to pick you over the competition. But someone
Yes.
that's hungry will always eat. Someone who needs someone who needs everybody's always
Solution.
going to buy an item. Everybody's going to get that needs knowledge for something. They'll find a course for it, right? So
Yeah.
they always get their solution, but it might not just be from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what can I do better to ensure that I beat my competition?
Okay. So the best way to do that is by delivering value. Because if people believe they're going to get value for money, for example, yeah. So value for their money, right?
Yes.
Because they are not necessarily looking for the best price, but they are looking for the best value. So if people believe they're going to get value for their money from you, then they'll probably buy. So how you structure your offers and how you've nurtured them up to the point of purchase. So if you've been educating people already trust you enough that they know that, okay, if I buy what this person is selling, I'm going to get the solution to my problems. So I think I'm going to share a few things that you can use in this stage. So things you want to be doing are stuff like testimonials, sharing product testimonials.
Yes.
Right. So if it has worked for somebody, it's probably going to work for me, because at some point you have to stop blowing your own trumpets, right?
And
So
allow me to do
you
that.
can't. Yes. So if nobody else is saying that what you do works, then they're just not going to trust it. So yeah,
It's a question
testimonials.
mark.
Yeah. So you want to have testimonials. You want to have great offers. So people who have gotten their problem solved by you, and also you want to have limited time offers, probably, because if you are selling something and it's always going to be available, it doesn't always get people to buy. So that's part of the reason why people might go to buy from other people, right? Because you're always available, right? They'll be like, okay, I'll come back to your offer. So like I said, so those are some of the things that you can do to move people from to create desire in people and then get them to buy. Right.
Yes.
So product demos, for example. So at this point, you want to show people, what their life is going to be like with your solution, right? So
Yes.
if you're selling products, you want to do maybe product demonstrations, show them how your product or service solves their problem, how their life is going to be like after using your product or service, so they can see the benefits, they can picture it, right?
Yes.
And then they can also see other people that it has worked for, right?
Yes.
So those are some of the things you can do, and then you give people offers. So once you like a time like this now, this pandemic, people are doing a lot. There are a lot of offers going on around here. Everybody's looking for the best deal. So if you're just there, and they can always get what you have to offer every time. But if you package something nicely for people, that's also part of knowing
And
your
make it
audience.
limited.
Yes. So, and to do that, it doesn't have to be, so it can be limited in time or limited in number. So it can be maybe, so limited by time or in quantity. Maybe you only have a few slots or a few products or sales. So, yeah. So those are the ways to get people to take action. Take action quickly.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that. Are there any differences, or is there any difference between an online sales funnel and an offline marketing sales funnel?
Okay. Yeah. So the difference between
so digital sales funnel and offline sales funnel.
Okay, yeah. So they are quite similar. You're just using different mediums, right? So an offline sales funnel is typically you have maybe a flyer or a signpost or something, and then there's a phone number on it, and someone calls the number, and then a salesperson picks up the call, and then they tell the prospect about the product or service, and then get them to purchase. So that's typically what an offline sales funnel will be like, right? And then online, for online, it's so a big advantage of online is that everything online can be measured, right?
Yes.
Everything online can be measured, and it can be very, very quick. For example, an e-commerce funnel where someone just comes to your website, within a few clicks, they can make a purchase and complete the customer journey just like that.
Right. In your experience, what has been can you share a successful campaign that you have run using the sales funnel management.
Okay, great. So, a successful campaign, I'll use real estate, for example, because I work in the real estate industry. So a successful campaign, I'll use an example of how we generate leads for property. So typically offline, people will just go and then meet people and maybe go to the mall or go to where a place where you feel maybe wealthy people hang out and start talking to them and go through all of that stress and all of that. But online, instead of doing that, we have a funnel I created, and then run
Okay.
ads, use social media, use ads to create awareness,
Yes.
and then we have landing pages. We have landing pages where people, after creating that interest, people come and then fill in their details to learn more, and then so from there they move on to be contacted by sales team, and then so to further engage them and then educate them about the product or service, and then move them to the next step, and which is site inspection, right? So for a property, after inquiring, and then you're interested, you want to get to see the site, and then after that, you go over the documentation and everything, and you make payment. So that's typically, and I'll give an example. So if you that's not too long ago, I closed a deal from someone I got through Facebook ads, right, on real estate, and I was able to sell the
Okay.
property worth 10 million from a real estate funnel. So using Facebook ads, email, and then following up to closing the deal. So it works. So it works differently. So there are funnels that are completed quickly, and then there are some that can take months. So it's not everything is not
Aha.
everything.
I think that's important to note.
Yes. So
So
because
I guess that's when
you can be in
nurturing
B2B.
your lead comes in.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you are in a B2B now, for example, the customer journey is much longer compared to if you're serving consumers that everything happens quickly, right? So business to consumer versus business to business, or maybe business to TG, business to government, those funnels take much longer, right, compared to business to consumer. And also
Yes.
depends on the cost of what you're selling. Like, for example, real estate is it's a high ticket item, right? So the more expensive the item, the more time people take to before they purchase it. So those kind of funnels require longer nurturing, right? You have to continue to nurture these people, give them more information, everything they need in order to consider that purchase, because it's not something it's something that it's those are not things that people buy on impulse, right? They take their time to do
Yes.
it. So yeah. So those are the things that
Uh,
influence the length of your customer journey.
all right. And you mentioned that the one way to nurture them is through education. Am I right?
Yeah, and you can do that. So email is one of the best. Email marketing is one of the best tools for lead nurturing. So that's why it's important to always have. If you have a website, you want to have a lead generation system in
Yes.
place. So either you have a newsletter, but not just like a generic sign up for our newsletter. You need to have something juicy that you're offering people in the newsletter. Maybe latest industry insights, or
Friends.
something that people are going to really want. Yes, right. And something that's not going to be easy to get somewhere else, right? Something catchy, and then give people that in exchange for their email, and then you can continue to engage them, right?
Nurture them.
And it yeah, and I know some people here don't have a website, so nurturing doesn't always have to be on web. There are funnels for even that just end with mobile. So there's even a WhatsApp sales funnel or a Telegram sales funnel, right? And you can nurture people through your WhatsApp status or through your WhatsApp BCs, right? Your WhatsApp BC is like just like your email. It even has a much higher open rate compared to email, right? Same as your,
Why is that? Why is that?
because everybody's always on WhatsApp. Everybody's always on WhatsApp,
Yeah.
and WhatsApp, there's less
It's more
competition.
interactive.
There's less, Yeah, it's more interactive and there's more competition compared to email. So people spend more time. They probably open a lot of messages compared to emails where people don't open every email. People don't check every email. They just look for something specific. Maybe they're expecting something. So it's, you have to be really creative about your copy and then your subject line and all of that to get people's attention, right?
Yes.
Compared to, but yeah. So either
Okay.
way, whether you have a website or not, but there are various ways you can nurture your customers. Like I used WhatsApp or Telegram as an example, besides having a website.
Interesting. So, I mean, one thing I'm taking away from this is don't wait until you have a product or a service to offer before you start to look for customers. You can actually just start to nurture them before even trying to make a sale or a purchase. Trying to encourage them to make a purchase.
Yes.
Okay. My next question is, I know that there are automation tools for sales funnel, I'm guessing. Am I right? There are
Yes.
automation
Yes.
tools.
Yes.
Could you share
That's the
some
whole
of them?
point. Okay. Okay. Great. So I'll share a couple of tools. So I'll first explain what you need before I'll go into the tools. So for a funnel, basically you are doing like I said, at the top of the funnel, you are creating awareness. So you are bringing in traffic, right? So to create traffic, you have to bring in traffic into your funnel. So to create traffic, tools you can use are your normal social media posts. Like I said, social media, your WhatsApp, your blog. From your blog, you can generate traffic to your funnel. You can use ads. So Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO. Those are different tools that you can use to guest posting on maybe other blogs
Blogs,
or
yes.
posting on forums. Yes. So those are various ways you can use to generate traffic
Sorry to cut you.
into
And
your funnel.
this funnel, right? It stops at my landing page. So if I've used okay, so let's say landing pages could be WhatsApp, could be where else again? Telegram, could be websites.
Yes. So you are driving. So once you are generating traffic and you are bringing them somewhere. So like I
Somewhere.
said,
Okay.
those places. Yes. Yes. You are taking them to a destination, right? So that can be your website, your landing page, or like we use
Your
WhatsApp, for
WhatsApp,
example.
yes. Telegram.
Yes. So you are taking them somewhere. Yes. So you want to take them somewhere where you can engage with them and get their contact information to continue the customer relationship. Yeah, to continue to nurture them and engage with them, to take them down the path to purchase. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
you were
So
trying to make a point about automation tools.
yeah, the tools. Yeah. So I've talked about tools for awareness, right? So those are some tools that you can use, and then for engagement, right? For the middle of the funnel, so to create interest and desire. So at this point, you want to give people things that would make them consider your product, and not just consider it, like what your competitive advantage is. Why is it better than the competition, right? So at this
Yes.
point, this is where you're doing your email marketing. This is where you're doing your email marketing. You're doing stuff like you're doing webinars. You're doing webinars where you are sharing important information about your product or service or what you do, right? So email marketing, webinars, blog posts. But like I said, there are several tools that you use at different stages of the journey, but how you use them, is different.
Yes.
Yeah, how you use them is different, right? So like I said, so your email marketing, your blog posts, your WhatsApp broadcast messages or WhatsApp status posts. Those are some tools that you can use to engage people, right? And then for email, there are tools like you can use MailChimp. It's free. If you want paid solutions, you can use tools like GetResponse. There's GetResponse, the Aweber, ActiveCampaign. Those are some paid tools that are really, really good. And then for landing pages, right? So landing page is very, very important, because if you have an offer, you want to put it on the landing page. It's just one page, has just one job to convert the customer, right? Compared to a website where people can get distracted, so many things going on. So for landing pages, if you have a WordPress site, that's probably going to be the cheapest solution. So there are plugins that you can use to design landing pages. There's Elementor, There's Elementor. It has a free and paid version. There's Thrive Architect. So those are some WordPress tools. And then some email platforms also come with landing page builders like MailChimp, GetResponse. They have inbuilt landing page builders that you can use as well. So that's for landing page. And then there are external tools like ClickFunnels, Instapage, Unbounce. Those are tools you can also use to build landing pages. You can use them on their own, or you can also link them to your website as well, right? But those are some tools that you can use to do that. And then getting people to going down the funnel towards and then for webinars, right? So there's Zoom, there's your Instagram Live, YouTube Live, there's GoToWebinar. Those are some webinar tools that you can use, but the free ones probably be Instagram that we're doing, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and then Zoom. Those are the ones that are probably going to be easy for most people to use, right? And then moving further down to purchase. So this is where you're giving people your offers, you're showing people your testimonials, and then you're getting people to pay, right? So you're still going to be using your landing pages, you're still going to be using email marketing, but by this time you're giving people direct information about your offer and prompting them to using calls to actions for them to make purchase, right? And then for online payment, very important. So I use Paystack a lot. So I think so there's Paystack. That's what that's what I'd recommend. And if you're doing e-commerce, right, instead of sending people to your DM and then manually chatting people up every time, you can, if you have an e-commerce website, like maybe on WordPress with WooCommerce or Shopify, right, you can just send people directly to the product page, give people a link to the product page, or use an app to send people to a product page, and then they can read everything about the product and then make purchase online, and that makes the journey much easier. So online payments, like I said, Paystack, and there's also Flutterwave. Those are the ones that you can use in Nigeria, and you can send, you can receive payments easily with,
Right. So
and then like I said, okay, and then lastly, I think I would add it's very good to have a CRM. So because you're interacting with different customer. Okay, yeah. So CRM is a customer relationship management tool, right? So that helps you to keep track of your interactions with customers. If you're having a business, you have different customers, doing different things, and you probably have different people engaging with them. So how do you keep track of what stage you're at in the customer journey? What interactions have they been involved in the past? So a CRM can help you have all these things organized, and it also helps you personalize your communication. So you're not sending generic messages to everybody. You can segment your customers because they are all well classified. Okay, these people are, what stage you're at, communication they've had with your company, so you know how to communicate with them. So there's HubSpot CRM. That one is free. That's like the best option I can give you. So HubSpot, it's a free CRM, and you can use that to stay organized with your customers. You don't want to have something generic, like you have a business, you have different products and services. You want to have funnels tailored to different ones. You don't want to just send everybody to everything, right? And then there's something else I would say, right? So there are different kind of buyers. There are people that so you have a problem. So you first start, so you have a problem, then you look for a solution, right? And before taking action. So there are some people, there are different kind of customers. There are customers that have a problem and they're already aware of the solution they need. They're aware of the different solution providers in the market, right? So at that point, they're just looking for, they're already in the decision stage, right? They're already in the action stage. It's just a question of getting the best offer. So those are the people that can easily take decisions on your offer quickly, right? But they are very, very few. So people at that stage are very, very few. They are like that. They make the smallest percentage in any any randomly selected audience that's going to see your come in contact with your business, right? So that's why a sales funnel is important to, take those people down to become more like those guys that are already, aware and then ready to take decision.
How often must I nurture my customers to convert them to sales? How often? Is it cast in stone?
It's not cast in stone at all. It's not. So there are different ways you can go about it. So you can use, like, now most common mediums are your email and then your social media, right?
Social media.
Yes. So your goal is just to remain top of mind, right? You want to remain top of mind in your customers. Yeah. So you don't want to be bombarding people with emails every single day, except you have a really tight content marketing plan, right? Because otherwise you're just going to be saying stuff that is not so, if it's not making sense every time, then people will stop expecting to, people will stop opening up your content.
And I consider it as a spam.
Exactly. So the answer is not set in stone. So it depends on the kind of business that you are in. And another thing I will mention is having different touch points. So you can nurture, you can always be in the faces of people, but you don't want to overdo it on one medium, like I said. So you are posting content on social media, you are sending emails to your email list, you are running retargeting ads to people that have already visited your website before. So those are different ways. And then you are publishing content on your blog or your YouTube channel. Those are different ways you are creating content, or you're organizing webinars like this. Those are different ways you are nurturing, using different mediums to nurture your audience, right? So
yes.
Yeah. So I hope that answers that question.
Yes. I know that there's been different stages. I've seen different stages, online. There's awareness, there's interest, there's desire, there's action, there's awareness, there is, I think, consideration or interest. Which ones, or which one?
Yeah, there are different.
Effective? I think sales funnel management. Am I correct?
Yeah, so all those are different. They are just different frameworks that are still talking about the same thing. There are different frameworks to describe, or to describe the sales funnel, right? So there's awareness, interest, consideration. There's awareness, interest, desire, action, right? So all those are different. There are so many of them.
Yes.
Right? There are some that are cyclical. There are some that are linear. So those are just frameworks. You don't need to, if you're just watching this, you don't need to get into technical about that. Just understand that everybody who comes in contact with your business is not ready to buy, and you have to just take them on a journey. So there's from getting to know you to getting to like you, trust you, and to understand your business, what solution you're providing, how you intend to help them, and all of that. And then before you get them to purchase from you. So that's just typically what you have to do when you're working on a sales funnel.
I think so. The reason I mention that is because many times I've seen businesses wanting to make a sale, they don't have social media presence, and they say, "Oh, I want to make a sale and talk about my product, and I want that sale to happen almost instantly." So I think that the reason for thinking of a sales funnel is so that you don't put yourself under so much pressure. You understand that there's a customer journey to making a purchase. That's why I think it's important for us to break down that sales funnel framework. So one is awareness. The second one is interest. The third one is
desire.
The third one is desire, and then the final one is action. So you cannot wake up one morning and say, "Oh, I want to sell a car," or I want people to buy my bag, for instance, and nobody knows you. Nobody, you don't have any digital footprints.
Yes. And then for those of you that are just joining, so we have we have already established that we have the different stages. We've talked about awareness, interest, desire, and action, right? So, and you want to have content, or you want to prepare for having people at in all those different stages. So somebody who is already in the action stage, right, is not really interested in all the story you have to talk about yourself. That person is not going to read your about us page. They're just going to go straight
Yes.
to your pricing page. They want to see how much this thing
Yes.
costs, what features does it have compared to the other ones, right? And then someone who's just coming new is going to read, going to start, okay, who are these guys? What do they do? All of that. So you have these different kind of people that are going to be interacting with your business, and then you want to have content prepared for all of them, right? So
Yes.
I'll take for Instagram, for example, from your bio, you already have information about who you are, what you do, and then what service are you providing. From your
Yes.
posts, they can see the different things you're talking about, your business. Maybe you're educating people about what you're doing, and then on your offer post, they can see your pricing. So somebody who wants to make a decision can just go there and see, okay, how much does this thing cost? And your call to action, right? To get this stuff, you have to DM me, or you have your WhatsApp link in your bio, and then people can click on it to contact you. So you don't have things in place for different kinds of people that are interacting with your business. Because
Interesting.
some people are just in the awareness and the interests desire business, right? So they're just creating content online. They don't have any system in place for actually converting them, like I said. So people who are ready for
Mm.
action, there's nothing there to nudge them to take action, right?
Action. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. There's this particular phrase or quote that I saw somewhere that says, "Not every, I can't remember it word for word, but along the lines of, not every no is a I can't remember the word now, but the fact that they have said no doesn't mean that it will not come later." I don't know
Yeah,
if you've come
exactly.
across that before.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
could you
Like,
talk more
yeah.
about that?
Yeah, so yeah, that's very common, and still on the fact that we've established that not everybody is ready to buy at first. So that's why you hear a lot of people say, "I will get back to you," and then people are like, "Okay, they're not interested." So when people say no, it's an objection, right?
Yes.
So there's a reason why they are saying no, and when you don't have a sales funnel, you don't have a chance to get them to change their decision. If you have
Engage
their
them.
email, or if they are following you on social media, or if they visited your website and you can show them maybe a retargeting ad, you have another chance to re-engage them and help them see why your product or service is it's the right one for them, right? So,
Yes.
and then another thing would be so when you're also creating content, you want to think of, don't just create content about the positives, right? So there are certain things that are probably not so great about your business. There are certain reasons why people might not want to buy what you are selling. There are certain fears people have about what you are selling. So all those things are things that will create objections. Those are things that will make people want to think about it or come back later. So you also want to create content that addresses those objections, right?
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. So to create, so that will just create less friction. That's why, if you have on your landing page, every landing page should always have like an FAQ. So
Every landing page should have an FAQ.
yeah. Even on your Instagram, you can have an FAQ section on your Instagram, highlights, right?
Okay.
Or you can address them in your content. But part of your content strategy should be addressing objections, reasons why people actually don't buy your products. Talk about it and eliminate those fears or those doubts.
Did you want to share a practical example of what, maybe in 1 minute, a practical example of what you just outlined now?
Okay. So a common example would be, it's too expensive.
Aha, right.
You're selling something that's so
So it's an
expensive.
FAQ.
So it's too expensive. So in that, when people say something is too expensive, so another thing is, you don't want to maybe run away from the objection and say maybe it's not so expensive. Yes, like, it is what it is. Like, yes, that's the price. It might be high, but that's the price. And a lot of other people have said, yes, it's expensive. but you now have to tell them
Explaining why
why.
it's
You now have
expensive,
to,
maybe.
yes, not really why it's expensive, why it is that valuable.
Right. Okay.
So you now want to
The
talk
value,
about
the
value.
value, the value that it adds or
Yes,
it
so if
brings.
it's the product, if it's maybe a fashion item, you can talk about maybe the quality of the product, the brand, your process, the styling, the things in the product that makes it valuable. It can also, so those are functional things. You can also maybe also highlight on emotional things like, okay, how it's going to make them feel, and how it's going to make them feel, how it's going to improve their lives. So different
Yes.
things like that. So things that will make them see the value in that product or service that you're selling, right?
Yes.
So that's one way of addressing the price objection.
FAQs. Okay. But I want to thank you very much. I think for me the biggest takeaway is just rehashing the importance of a sales funnel for every marketing campaign that you want to run as a business. So understand. So first of all, it's never cast in stone. It's not a one size fits all. There is have your understand that there is first stage is awareness, and the next stage is interest, and there are also several frameworks. But yeah, awareness, interest, desire, and action. And like I already said, some products you can go from awareness to action. Uh, while some other it will take a while. You have to keep nurturing them, and you can do that via different mediums or different platforms. So WhatsApp, Telegram, emails. Which other ones am I missing out? For
Yeah,
where to nurture your audience.
yeah, we talked about WhatsApp, emails, webinars,
Yes. Okay. Webinars. Yes. Like this now. Yes.
webinars,
Yes.
webinars, your blog, social media as well,
Yes.
and and
Constantly educating
yeah,
them.
yeah, exactly. So I think that's basically the summary. And so I would just like to say, you just need to understand your business and understand your customer journey before you sell. Because if you don't, you will sell wrongly.
You fire blanks, so to speak.
Exactly, exactly.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so very much. We hope that next time when we do invite you, you would avail us your time. Thanks to everyone who's joined this session. We will have this session on our Instagram page by tomorrow morning, and also have it on our as a podcast on our Anchor page. I want to mention here that we have a training for young people that teaches them on employability skills, from emotional intelligence to time management, and there's a bit of digital marketing that we've also added because of sessions like this. And we know that it's very very important that as you develop your digital marketing skills, you understand why sales funnel marketing is important. So please, if you are interested in our training, if you know any young person that is looking for employment opportunities, please click the link in the bio and we will get back to them. We also have our sales funnel. We have our sales funnel. You click the link in the bio, it takes you to a landing page where you drop your details, and we will contact you and and take it from there. So once again, thank you to everyone who's joined, and thank you, Awele, for making the time to join us. Have a good night.
Yeah. Thanks, Kelvin. Thanks for having me. So yeah, good night.